Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Age of Empires 4 replay. Spawn on the bottom left side as the blue Holy Roman Empire, we have VortiX. Spawn on the top right side as the yellow Chinese, we have Vaan. And luckily, I caught the fact my microphone was muted or not properly synced with OBS very early on, because I got a decent way through the replay without it being properly being recorded in OBS or streamed in OBS. Let's see, Holy Roman Empire versus Chinese. Chinese have access to a lot of anti-light units, or not necessarily a lot, but primarily the Zhenshnu is its unique unit. Effective versus, of course, spearmen and horsemen, though not exactly great versus horsemen, just has a burst fire. Good versus lightly pierced armored units. We do got the Aachen Chapel in the field. The Holy Roman Empire is going for Aachen Chapel, not for the unique blacksmith. The unique blacksmith could be very powerful for an early rush, especially with mana arms, seeing how powerful they are. But now we do got the Aachen Chapel on field, and he's immediately going for the stone deposit, so he's eyeing for a quick second town center. Imperial Academy is being deployed down the field. No Vatican in the Sun just yet. The Imperial Academy being pulled out first will of course allow them to get out some Imperial officials without using the town center to queue them up, which is very handy indeed. Able to supervise and collect some tax revenue. Do not have a barracks deployed on the field. The scout does find some sheep with the lead to glory. Looks like he ran out of sheep over here. Nope, the sheep next to the Aachen Chapel, which makes sense. Aachen Chapel's in a good position there. Back, hard to harass. And now we have a big wave of villagers advancing forward. He may be eyeing to place the Vatican in the Sun somewhere. You could deploy it right around here to help deny this wood line, provide some pressure. We do have an outpost here, weirdly enough. Don't know how common outpost rush for Chinese is. Not necessarily a rush either. But we do have 7 villagers here building outposts. He could upgrade the hand cannoneer slits, will help him deny this wood line. And these spearmen does inside of the outpost there, getting some extra arrows onto the scout, getting some minor damage there. And looks like he's going to be on the deploy the Vatican in the Sun to deny the Aachen Chapel. The Aachen Chapel is one of the most powerful landmarks in Feudal Age, the Feudal Age landmarks. And denying it with the Vatican in the Sun could be very powerful. His opponent needs to deploy out Blacksmith as soon as he can to get out Siege Engineers to get some battery rams to quickly deny the Vatican in the Sun. Vatican in the Sun can easily be overwhelmed by a single battering ram, because it only has one hand cannoneer slit, and that does what, 35 damage? 45 damage, which is nowhere near enough to overcome the pierced armor of a battering ram. So maybe need to see a bit of wood collect up, as well as 300 wood, one for the barracks, one for the blacksmith there. Vatican Sun does go up. We do now the villagers. Are they going to stick around? I hear some multiple engagements here. Scout versus scout. Spearman advancing forward. He does not get any villagers kills there. So for all or nothing, he may be a good idea. No, I was going to say maybe back with the prelate out there, but he's still, Aachen Chapel still useful in inspiring these villagers to mine that gold faster for the church. After all, the church needs its gold. Villagers are backing off, probably a good idea. He may be eyeing for our outpost before falling back there to get some good vision into this area. And now do got a vast Bolgrave Palace. Does see a bit of fire there, does take out a villager with town center arrows. That's a pretty rare thing to say. For the Bolgrave, he does go for a fast castle into the Bolgrave Palace. And this does act as times 4 barracks. So maybe a good idea to get out some men-at-arms or spearmen. Either be useful for Spartan, and some of the problem is the hand cannoneer that punches armor quite easily, so you can't rely on the higher pierced armor of the man-at-arms. Got some forms from plot and field. Of course, he has to deploy away from Aachen Chapel. Got the spearman advancing forward. Does get some damage over there. No. Oh, we do have arrow slits right here. Very, very good. That will report these spearmen no problem. And the Bolgrave Palace will go up. Looks like it's now behind to collect some of these for his doggos. Trying to collect them up. He's building the mill to grind those forest puppers into a thin red paste. Man-at-arms research now deployed on the field. And the exotic doggos getting some good bites there onto that spearman. He will get this outpost up and going. He's going to need that garrison immediately. Zinchnu getting some arrows in as well. And we've got a man-at-arms here now hacking part of the Zinchnu. He does get the man-at-arms research. Of course, with the fast times for production speed, he can get those upgrades really quick. And Yellow does have an outpost here, and is being upgraded hand cannoneer slits. He has denied most of the Auction Chapel, but he's still collecting gold at an incredibly high rate. Yellow does have... Wait. Oh, they're dropping a 14. It should be... Oh yeah, they have the increased carrying capacity, 40% more resources. Like, he doesn't have wheelbarrow, but you get free, more powerful wheelbarrow, barring the... Not necessarily more powerful wheelbarrow, but this wheelbarrow still also provides much needed movement speed, which is actually a bit more important part. Those has a lot of outposts here, including cannoneer slits. This is very strange. You still need to get out some, what's it called? A blacksmith out to get out some battering rams. He's going for mass Zinchnus against these very high pierce armor man-at-arms. He better not even need to go for pierce damage because at the current rate, he will only do 1 damage even with the upgrade. Yellow right now has a good reserve of gold, enough to age up. He needs more food. Man-at-arms push way forward. They can withstand a huge beating. The bear doesn't have marching drills researched just yet. Nope, he does have marching drills. Is that blacksmith technology? I always forget. Yeah, that's a blacksmith technology. Trying to hack apart these Zinchnus. Zinchnus receive a bit of fire there. Needs perhaps to get inside this outpost. Does it get some damage there? It does have another outpost here. Has tri-outpost of cannoneer slits. He is getting some sporadic damage on these villagers. Blue has killed 4 villagers of Yellow. Yellow still does not have second town center. We got a big wave of Zinchnus being pulled off. He was going for mass Zinchnus. He hopefully has siege engineers research. No, he does not. So he still needs to get out a blacksmith for siege engineers, as well as perhaps getting some armor tech would be useful. Blue's now eyeing for a battering ram here that'll push through these outposts. These outposts could be upgraded with arrow slits. And Yellow is outpost crawling. And hand cannoneer slits on these outposts are quite effective. Yellow's not going for some pierce armor research to help him withstand towns under arrows. Blue now has multiple battering rams out in the field. The Zinchnus can do some serious damage versus the battering rams with that times 3 shot. They have to make sure there's no escorts though around them. Going for this outpost here. This one's not upgraded at the moment. We got a good number of man-arms deployed on the field. Man-arms are getting some hits there with these villagers. Yellow's now eyeing for his own battering ram. Just get a good volley there. Does cancel his battering ram. Doesn't like all these man-arms in this region. Does have some cannoneer slits, provides some good fire support there. And now this battering tower is receiving quite a bit of fire. He won't be able to do that quickly, and losing these towers is very important because he's the only thing that's really effective with these man-arms. He will lose 1. I'm not sure where his villagers may have went, if they're even still alive. He does have an outpost queued up here, but not currently active. I don't think it's... The longer the game goes on, it's better looking for Blue. He not only has more villagers, but he of course has prelates greatly improve their production. Yellow's now eyeing for more outposts. There's those villagers there, and eyeing for some battering rams. Probably here to heal up these man-at-arms is a very good idea. Get some arrows there on this market. The man-at-arms is charging forward, trying to torch down this outpost. He needs to let the outpost draws by some time for them battering ram. Battering rams cannot complete. Outpost could be cancelled there. Got this battering ram getting some big damage taking out. And a couple of horsemen all he needs to take out these battering rams. They do have bonus damage as a siege. Relic gets filled with holes, making him extra holy. Now, the outpost isn't in range of these villagers, but just... Ooh. Yeah, and Maganel's probably going to spell death. There's no counter he can against Maganel's. Man-at-arms charging him forward. He still needs marching drills. Two-handed blades will hurt as well. Probably be a little bit overkill, probably. Mangonel finds a volley there. Finds a good hit there on some of these Zinchnoos. Yellow has some banner rams here. Right, these villagers collecting with these forest puppers. We do not have these mana search forward. Does have the fortified outposts here. Horseman, single horseman does find the Mangonel, however. Very good. Zinchnoos need to still run around. More Zinchnoos being pulled on field. Battery rams now being torched down by the villagers, and he does save his Mangonel there with the repairs as well. The outpost arrows is 7 damage each. He may want to get a garrison of some wooden Zinchnoos. It'll provide much more firepower against these mana arms. Doing what? 4? Actually, no, he has Pierce Armor is just those 1 damage each. Never mind, Zinchnoos alone will still be better. 2 Mangonels pull on the field. He can easily take out this outpost, given enough time. Starting to hit these villagers there. He's actually hit the Mangonels. Mangonels pose a bigger threat at the moment. Yellow has 14 military units. Blue has 15. All of them man arms. Has 2 Mangonels and has a counterweight trebuchet. Counterweight trebuchet will just spell doom to these outposts. Mangonels do some good damage versus outposts as well. They do bonus damage. So they do 36 damage per volley. So they do 108 damage per volley against buildings. Which is still pretty good. Villagers now trying to shank these horsemen. Does get one of the Mangonels killed, however. So I'm taking out this trebuchet or tower there. Now it does have a particle in the sun here as well. And I think Yellow's momentum has ended, though he does have almost enough food to age up. He's been clicking up all these forest puppers. He may want to pull off on Zinchnu production, because even if he does age up, it's still not going to do any more damage with all the research. I suppose, but also because he can't pull out at the moment. He does have enough resources, and now we've got the astronomical clock tower pulled on the field. He's probably going to need some nest of bees, and maybe some palace guards would help out for time period, since he does not have access to has not researched bludgeons, nor does he research the two-handed weapons. Not bludgeons, heavy maces. The weapon's called bludgeon. Blue has stabilized, and he's in a great position right now. He has 70 villagers versus opponents 50. Yellow's also done a good job of collecting up the resources on the field. He has started to transition to granaries. And has Blue claimed any relics yet? No, Blue, even though he's been in Castle for a long time, he has not taken time to get relics out to capture up those relics. And now the auction chapel has been resecured, able to collect all these resources quickly. He's going to collect those berries and get them out of the way to place on some farms. You may want to cancel off these handful of palisade walls there as well.
Das soll mich überleben.
And now Blue's going to be establishing the front line. Astronomical clock tower has been completed. We've got 2 clock tower nests of bees. Now we do have the bludgeon or blunt weapons research for these 2 man arms, giving some extra bonus damage versus heavy. Man arms are pushing way forward. They're in a pretty tight formation for the nest of bees. Does get a great volley there, and the Zinchnoos are here to hold the line. They still have 6 pierce armor. The Zinchnoos only have 5 damage. And even they get... They simply will only do 1 damage per arrow, regardless what upgrades they get in this age. We got 2 Mangonels and the counter trebuchet now advancing forward. Got the 2 clock tower nest of bees as opposed to mass threat does go ahead and use the scattered formation or staggered formation. Trebuchet pushing forward, got the nest of bees lining them up. Or not. Finds a massive volume of Zinchnoos, taking out the majority of them. And he does not have a front line or an arm to pull back the man at arms. There goes the rest of Zinchnoos. Literally. Fires with his clock tower and SBs, gets a good volley there. Villagers trying to come up, repair up these SBs, but they are not going to be useful. Mangonels finds some good shots there. Villagers just dying, and it's going to be the end of the game for yellow. Those tower rushes were not successful. Does take out some of these units. I don't think there's anything they can do to save the game. He does not have any significant production being pulled out, nor crossbowmen, nor does he have any significant production buildings here. And now these man-arms going to take down, club some of these villagers. We do have a Lancer, which is a good item, but with these maces that they have, they will do bonus damage to the Lancer. And yellow goes back to the game now. This is Grade saying, thank you for watching, and on to next replay.